Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a how did I do my makeup in high school look. I did my makeup the same every day for like 8 years, all through middle school, all through high school, even after high school. I did it the same way then too. I didn't really start changing my look up until about 2009, 2010 when I was about 22 or 23. And I really had no idea what I was doing, but I knew I loved makeup. Like my whole life, I had loved makeup so much. I remember being like 2 and 3 and getting in my mom's makeup drawer and just using all of her like expensive makeup that she had, because my mom was a Mary Kay consultant. And so she had like this huge set, and she also had like other, like Mary Kay's not really expensive, but she also had like other makeup that was expensive, and I would always use it because my mom always had makeup on. Every single day she wore makeup, and she always had her hair permed, and she always just looked so perfect. So I was just so like in love with my mom at that time. I still am, you know, she's my best friend, but I just wanted to do everything she did. So I just loved makeup my whole entire life. I mean, it's the same as it is now as it was then. And my sister loved makeup too, and I would always get into her makeup because she always had like the best of everything. She was 10 years older than me, so she had a job and could afford it more than I could, rather than I'd have to save my allowance money and then go to the drugstore or to Walmart and buy drugstore makeup, which was all I could afford at the time. And yeah, I mean, all I used was drugstore, like CoverGirl, Max Factor, Maybelline, all of them. That's all I used. But most importantly, or not most importantly, most of all, I used CoverGirl more than anything. And I just think it's so funny. Like, I still smell it sometimes, and it brings back memories. But before we get started into my makeup, I'm kind of wearing earrings that I wore in high school. I always wore like rhinestones. And these were the only hoops I could find in my jewelry with rhinestones, but most of the time I'd wear really big ones, and they had like rhinestones going all the way around. And also, this was not my hair color that I had in high school, obviously. I'm not a natural blonde. My hair changed from dark brown to red to black, like all throughout high school. I had highlights a couple times, but mostly red and black is what I did. I liked really, really bold colors, and I would do like bright burgundy red or dark black, and whenever it faded, I would just keep, you know, doing each different one. It was kind of ridiculous. I probably wasn't too good to my hair back then. Yeah, but oh well. Still not really that good to my hair, to be honest, but you know, I went like, as I was saying, I went like 3 years without coloring my hair for a while. So I was trying to be like natural, and I just couldn't do it. I had to color it. So without getting off into another tangent, let's get back to the high school thing. I wore these rhinestone earrings, and I always had on a white watch. Now this is not one I had in high school, but this is the one that I'm wearing today. The one I had in high school had rhinestones around it, like, and it was silver, but it did not have Hello Kitty on it like this one does. And I always wore like a hoop in my cartilage, which I don't anymore. But I couldn't even find one to wear because it's still there. The hole's still there. I always wore like what I'm wearing right now. I always wore like, oh, good loud, lacy fabrics, and very like dark colors, and just anything that looked really like Beverly Hills 90210 up until my senior year. And then we got a new principal for some reason, and then he like was saying that we needed a dress code. So we didn't have a dress code for the first 3 years of my high school, and then all of a sudden we had a dress code. And I was just like, what? So I had to go out and buy all these new clothes. Like, I had to wear collared shirts and khaki pants and a belt, and I always had to have my shirt tucked in. It was kind of ridiculous because the school wasn't even that nice. But I went to, before I moved to that, where the high school was, I went to a middle school that was a lot nicer, and we had a dress code there, but we could still wear jeans, and we could still wear like t-shirts and stuff, but they couldn't have like a lot of writing on them unless they were like a school t-shirt. Then you could, but we could still wear jeans. But in high school I had no dress code until my senior year, and then all of a sudden, boom, dress code. And I got in trouble almost all the time because I was such a little rebel and never wanted to tuck in my shirt, always wanted to wear what I wanted to. But at least, you know, they had a ton of different colors for collared shirts. So I got like mint green and lavender and pink and purple, and just about any color I could find I bought. So without further ado, we're just going to get right into how I did my makeup in high school. Now, I never wore moisturizer. Like, this is how my face was when I got up, and I never filled in my eyebrows. So I purposely have not tweezed or waxed or anything to show you these how the eyebrows looked in high school. I had no idea what I was doing, guys. But I just went ahead and slapped on my good Lord, things keep falling. There, stay. I'm gonna go ahead and, like, I found this CoverGirl clean sensitive foundation at the drugstore, which is almost identical to what I used back in high school. I'm just gonna slap that on my face using my fingers. I did not use brushes. I used sponge tip applicators because I did not know, and my fingers to put my foundation in. So no primer, no nothing, just slapping on my foundation. And the way I did it was I just kind of turned it up on my finger, and then I'd have like a dot on my finger, and I would just go ahead and just rub that in all over my face because I didn't know any better. You know, I didn't have a beauty blender. So I'm going to go ahead and just wipe this all over my face. I'm using this mirror right here so that I can see better, and I have a bigger mirror behind my smaller mirror because I want to get like a different, view of my makeup each time I do my makeup. So right now I'm just slapping this on any old way. There really isn't like, I don't know, there really isn't like a way to do this other than just rubbing it in. This is actually really funny, because I would never use my fingers now, because your fingers have like oils in it that actually change the color of your foundation and make it look orangey. Oh, and first things first, I always put chapstick on first, and I bought this off of eBay. It is Lip Smackers, like the original Lip Smacker in vanilla, and I always use Lip Smackers. I was like addicted to it, and I used chapstick first, like all the time. I couldn't stand for my lips to be dry or without lip gloss. You know, I was like the lip gloss queen. So anyway, I'm still just putting on foundation, because back then I put a lot on in the morning. I don't know why. I had clear skin, but I still felt the need to put foundation on for some reason. And I cannot believe I never used primer or concealer. Like, no one ever told me or showed me that that was how you do it. And I'm just still slapping this on. This formula is a lot thinner than the one I used in high school. I think the other one that I used in high school was a lot thicker. So that's why it's taken me longer to apply this formula. It still has the exact same smell that it had over 10 years ago, because I graduated in 2005. So no, I never had MAC or anything expensive in high school. The only time I got to use like expensive stuff was if I got into my sister's or my mom's makeup, and then my sister would always get mad and yell and like tell me I couldn't. But then she would turn around and give me stuff she didn't like, so I mean, she always made up for it. Or anything that she got tired of using, she would turn around and give to me, because she knew I would just go nuts over it. So yeah, I couldn't wait for the end of the week, so my mom would take me makeup shopping. She would always take me to Kmart or Walmart and let me pick out the colors that I wanted. and just let me do whatever, you know. I would be like, okay mom, it's time to go. I got my allowance money and I need some makeup. And when I would get in trouble, I would literally have, like, if I didn't do my homework or I, you know, talk back to my parents or something, they would like take away my makeup and my music, which was like something that both were so close to and dear to my heart that it would just like almost, I would just fall apart inside, like, oh my gosh, no makeup and no music. What am I going to do with all my time? Because I spent all my time listening to music, all types of music, and putting on loads and loads of makeup in high school and in middle school. So I would get my music taken away, which CDs were so big, so I had like over 500 CDs. I'd always have them taken away, and my makeup in like one big box, and then get it back whenever they thought I needed it back. Sometimes I would sneak and go use it without them knowing, but I mean, I understand they were just trying to look out for me, but it was just so funny thinking about it now. Having your makeup and music taken away, like that's such a punishment for a teenager. Typically it would be like, you know, you're not going anywhere for like a month. But I didn't really go a lot of places. You know, most of my friends came to my house because we'd always hang out at my house because I had like a tape recorder, and we would just like record stupid things, like either we'd be singing or dancing or doing our makeup, or we would try to like imitate stupid shows like Jackass and stuff, because that was really popular when I was in high school and middle school too. So I mean, that stupid humor was so popular, and that's what we would do. Next step, after I would slap on this foundation, which I still haven't put on as much as I put on back then, because I feel like it would take absolutely way too long with this formula. But then I would, after that, I'd put on my face powder. Now, as I was saying, I always use compact powder. I always use CoverGirl, but I couldn't get that one, so I got the NYC Smooth Skin Pressed Face Powder because it's cheap and drugstore, just like the one I used. And I always used a puff. I never used a brush, and I would just rub it into there and then just dot my face with it. And then I would carry this with me throughout the day and apply, like touch up my nose or under my eyes or something. It's pretty ridiculous. Like, I would never ever do this now. Oh my gosh, I look so pale. I wonder, like, back then I used to tan a lot, so I wonder if I looked pale then. You know, like, if my face was always a different color than the rest of my body. So let's just go ahead and show some pictures of me when I was younger, and you guys can see for yourself.
So like as you see here, I'm wearing like a pink skirt, and then it moves to me in my senior pictures. And another senior picture with my short black hair and belt buckle, LOL. And me at Opryland Hotel with a ponytail. Also eating at Chili's with my bird nest hair. Here I am at the Opryland Hotel wearing my Clueless get-up. And another faded picture of me with highlights. And here I am with my friend for Buddy Picture Day, wearing the same makeup look. With my best friend Tara, wearing also the same makeup look. And here we are again. Lots of eyeliner, yes, but I don't smoke anymore. Straight up out of Clueless, yes girl. Slay. Look at this blonde hair. That's a no. That's not even, Tara again and me, she's my best friend, still is. Was obsessed with those like oversized Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses. Here we are again, more eyeliner. I'm at OMG. And at prom with my fake hair and my lots of eyeliner. Oh, another Nashville pic with my strawberry shortcake shirt. Same one, and the silver hoops.
Oh my gosh, yes. I You saw the rhinestone jewelry, you saw the makeup, you saw the hair, how it was always like, took a curling iron and flipped it out like this. Ugh. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm just so glad I moved away from that. I really am. But I'll never forget like how good like those days were. Like they were just good days and I miss them so much. It was so funny because all my friends were like, Amelia, you do such a good job with makeup. Will you do my makeup? I'm like, yes, girl, I will hook you up with anything you want. I've got all the drugstore stuff at my house. I mean, obviously I didn't say drugstore stuff, but I would say like, I've got all this good stuff my mom bought me, and girl, just come over, we will do your makeup. For eyes, oh my gosh, I would either do like blue or a smoky eye or like a really light eye with like mint green or pink or purple, just anything pastel and sparkly. So today I'm going to show you how I did the pastel color. I'm using this, and this, I've literally had this eyeshadow since I was like 18, 17 or something like that. This is CoverGirl Eye Enhancers in those little packet, or like one pack, single packages, and this one's in pink chiffon, so it's like a very light pastel pink. And I would take a sponge tip applicator and apply this all over my lid. I'm gonna go ahead and look in the mirror and do this and then show you, or else I don't think I'll get it on. Yes, cake this on like this with my sponge tip applicator. No transition shades, no nothing, just as thick as I could get it. And I cannot believe I saved this eyeshadow, y'all. I'm serious. Cannot believe I found this. It's like so old. I still can't believe it's like working. Wow. This is ugly. Getting a phone call. Okay, I'm back. Sorry guys, that was my husband calling me to tell me that he's on his way home for lunch. I was like, okay, good, gotta go, I'm filming, bye-bye. He was like, okay, bye. So back to me just packing on this wonderful pink chiffon. Wow. And then I would take it all the way up to my brow bone, since it's such a light shade. But if I was doing like mint green or pastel blue or purple, I would take a white and then blend it into my brow bone. Not really blend, but just like slap it on there, you know, with my sponge tip applicators. So I would either do like the mint green or the purple here, and then up here work in like a really light white, like shimmery color. But since this one's so pale, I'm going to go ahead and just use the whole thing on my entire eyelid, because that's what I would have done in high school. Wow. This is like cracking me up. Okay, I didn't use liquid liner. I didn't know how. I didn't wear falsies. I wore pencil eyeliner. And I would take this pencil eyeliner and just like the thickest black line around my eyes, y'all. Y'all about to see something. Okay, this is how literally it would look. Just like one big straight black line. It's kind of ridiculous. And then I would take that same pencil and line my lower lash line thick as well. Oh wow. This is cracking me up. And then I would always take that same eyeshadow that I was using and put it right underneath where that thick line is on my lower lash line. That way any eyeshadow wouldn't any eyeliner wouldn't run down my eye. And smear. So yes, that's exactly what I would do. Okay, so you can see now this eye is like cray cray. Just a one black line. It's ridiculous. So I'm just going to go off camera and do the other eye. That way I'm not boring you guys. Okay, y'all, I'm back showing you my wonderful eyes. Now these are the pink chiffon eyeshadow with my really, really thick black eyeliner, like as thick as I can get it, guys. Yes, like this was everything to me. Another step I would do was my blush. Now, I loved rosy blush, so what I found was, even though I didn't use this one, I used one my mom gave me for like years. She gave me this like palette, and it was nothing but blush colors, like purples and pinks. And I used that for like all through high school. Like it ended up lasting me for like 4 years. But one of the colors was like this rosy color. So I did have a brush, but it was smaller than this. And I would only use a brush for blush. And then I would just like as red as I could get it on my cheek, like that. Like I did not even care. I thought that that looked good. And that looks horrible. I look like a clown. Wow, this blush is very messy. So if you guys buy the Wet n Wild blush in pearlescent pink, the color icon one, just know that it is messy. Alright, moving on to mascara. I purchased the Lash Blast Volume CoverGirl because I used CoverGirl mascara. And I'm just going to show you guys how I caked that on. I mean, as thick as I could get. My mascara was how I did it. Still nothing went on the eyebrows. I still can't believe I did nothing with the eyebrows. Like, eyebrows were not a thing when I was in school. And then a lot on the bottom line. And I always got a little dot like right there. Always. It didn't matter. And then I would be mad because I would be late for school. But if I ever thought my cheeks were too rosy, I would just take that powder puff and go over them. Blend it just a little. I am assuming this is what I would call blending. Wow. And then I loved lip colors like nudes, pinks, browns. Those were my colors. So today I'm using the Rimmel. Okay, guys, I'm back to finish my look. So this is the look I have going for me now. It's very different. It's just not good. And I thought this was like everything. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with that brown color that we talked about. And that's my husband downstairs making lots and lots of noise. So yeah, I always had It's really nice brown or pink or purple, just like bold lip liner. And I would take a lighter shade of lipstick. This one is just NYX in Summer Love. It's cheap. I couldn't find the color that I previously had used during high school. But yeah, I just take that and go over. Where the lip liner was, so it'd end up looking like this color. And then I would top it off with a liquid lip shine. Now I'm using NYC in the shade, oh, I don't even know. Oh, this is called Brighton Beach Peach. Now I would normally use like more of like a gold or caramel color over top of the brown, but since this was the only color I could find and it was really cheap, because all I used was cheap products, remember, drugstore stuff, I just take this and go over it. And surprisingly, this has a wonderful smell. Just make it look glossy and iridescent. Okay guys, that's the finished look that I would do for my look in high school. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to go off camera and do my hair the way I did it in high school, because I think it would take way too long on camera. So I'll be back shortly, guys. Okay everybody, this is the look that I did in high school. I tried to go off camera and curl my hair the best way that I could. I used my cheap curling iron, which is what I had in high school. That my mom gave me. It barely even worked like the way I used to curl my hair out. And then I would spritz it with like a cheap drugstore hairspray, like this Dove Flexible Hold one. I actually think it smells pretty good and I kind of like it. But yeah, I always would outline my lips with the brown, so I went back over it once again so you could really see that line, because that was very important to me. But yeah, this was my look in high school. I thought that this was like amazing, and then all my friends were like, oh my gosh, you're amazing at makeup, do my makeup. I'm like, yes girl, I will give you that brown lip and those pastel eyes, yes, you will look great. Now that I think about it, I don't know why anybody would want to look like this. It's kind of funny because I typically wore more blush, but it just scared me so much that I had to tone it down. I also would wake up every morning and do this. I would wake up at like 6 o'clock because I had to be at school at like 8 o'clock. So I would get up and take a shower and brush my teeth and do my hair and makeup, which was so important. And obviously my makeup only took like 20 minutes back then because it was just blah, 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 done. And then my first car was a 91 red Camaro. Toyota, I think it's Toyota. Whoever makes Camaro, I don't know. And it had black T-tops, and the inside of it was completely redone with like red and black interior. I wish I had a picture of it, but I didn't really have it that long because I totaled it. As per usual, how everyone does with their first car. But I loved that car. I would get in my car with my Starbucks Frappuccino, not Frappuccino, but go to the gas station and I'd get one of those Starbucks cold drinks in the glass jar, whatever those are called, I can't remember. And I'd get like caramel or vanilla, and I would drink like the big one, and jam out to my music. So every day I would do my makeup like this, do my hair, and then jam out to my music and get my Starbucks Frappuccino, whatever they are. And also I listen to things like System of a Down and Chevelle and Tool and Rob Zombie, so I always had like heavy metal or rock or something playing in my car while looking like this and wearing these kind of clothes and jamming out to just the most ridiculous music, thinking that I was just so amazing back then. High school were the best days though. If you guys like this video, just go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Let me know what you think by commenting down in the comment section, if you will. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join the Unicorn Fan Bam. And we can all be magical together. Thank you guys. I love you so, so much. And thank you for watching. Mwah.